picking up vibrations. She's giving me the excitation. I'm picking up vibrations. She's giving me the excitation.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in today. We have it's a slightly formal day if you're watching on the old interwebs and or TV, and it's still a formal day if you're listening on the radio. I can make that work. So what have we got in store? We have the usual Waibrations, last minute chuck on some vinyls. And pulp fiction vinyl. We've got some smooth jazz. Just feeling what I call the travelling suit is today's theme, is what we're going for. So welcome, and just a public reminder that Waibrations' goal is to help give the Wairarapa music scene a voice. So if you're into that, please find and follow us on any social media of your choice. As long as it's Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. I haven't got anywhere else yet. I still don't know about TikTok. This is finally. I'm in my late 20s. I'm finally getting to that point where I'm looking at new technology, going, I don't know. Who knew I'd get to that point? Anyway, that's by the by, is it not? Yeah. So the traveling suit. Feeling formal today, but I'm going to jump straight into it. So yeah, off the Pulp Fiction soundtrack is an absolute banger, performed by Dusty Springfield, and it is Son of a Preacher Man. Now, vinyl being vinyl, this is the downside, is I now have to find the correct spot. That's what we're looking for. That's the sound we're looking for, is the start of the song. Oh. Take that as a win. Enjoy. Thanks, Dusty.
Billy Ray was the preacher's son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, that's when Billy would take me walking. Out through the backyard we go walking. Then he looked into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When he started sweet talking to me, he'd come and tell me everything is alright. He'd kiss and tell me everything is alright. Can I get away again tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Lord knows he was. Yes, he was. How well I remember the look was in his eyes, stealing kisses from me on the slide, taking time to make time, telling me that he's all mine, learning from each other's knowing, looking to see how much we've grown, and the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man.
Indeed a son of a preacher man. Welcome to Waibrations. If you're just tuning in, thank you very much. Here on RFM 92.7. Stay tuned for facts about suits. More songs that I think kind of relate to suits in a very general way. They don't at all. I just like the music. I'm just trying to make it work. Yeah, so suits. Let's start with a suit fact. And then after these next couple songs, I'm going to jump into my favourite part of the show, which is what's going on in the Wairarapa. Because, usually music themed, there's actually good. I mean, if you've not got any big plans this weekend, you've got a lot of cool options, food, running over a couple, what do they call it, truck stops, foodie places, trucks that have food, cooking equipment in them, and then you pay the person money. Just imagine an ice cream van, but instead of ice cream, it's other foods. So that truck stop, you got Māori markets, you've got beach parties, you've got the next big thing, and you've got a bunch of things. So I'll cover that in a little more detail. That's some stuff to get excited about this weekend in the mighty Wairarapa. But first, suit facts. Why not? Who invented the suit originally, I hear you ask? Thank you for asking it. It's that helps me out actually, because I have a fact ready specifically on that point. In the 1700s, men in high society wore powdered wigs with bright coloured clothing and even high-heeled shoes. This was changed by a gentleman named George Beau Brummel, who introduced more simple and dark colours in a suit form that would continue to be the standard until today. He was able to gain traction with this fashion through his strong relationship with King George IV in England, and the rest is suit history. King George IV. Is that the one off Blackadder? I'm going to go off. I'm going to just assume that it is. And you can't really see it. Here, can I turn my laptop around? Let's see. He's looking pretty sharp in the old. Oh no, this is not good. I'm plugged into everything. Nope, let's not do that. Sorry, radio people, you had to listen to me struggle, and you didn't even get to watch it. But yeah, he's looking very sharp. It's not a million miles away from what you'd expect from a suit these days. There is a top hat in his hand. Whatever happened to top hats? I mean, did Slash just like clock it? Did he just? It's too cool. It's now a Slash thing. He has single-handedly taken the top hat. Because I don't think I've seen anyone else. Maybe the guy from Primus? Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, truck stops, they are like ice cream vendors, right? But I imagine there's still fridges on board, maybe even freezers. But you normally get hamburgers. Not in a cone or anything, just normally in a little cardboard thing. Pretty good usually. Why are men's suits called suits anyway? The English word meaning of suit originally came from the French word suit. It's got an E on the end. Is that souté? My unculturedness is showing. French word souté, let's go for it, meaning to follow. There is no official answer why this name for it stuck over time. However, an idea is instead of having individual clothing items, a matching suit jacket and pants can be said to follow each other up or down on the person. I think that's a terrible explanation, personally. But now we know it comes from a French word which could be pronounced suit or souté, to follow. To follow. Maybe it's just following after George Beau Brummel's style. He looks very good. And old King George IV from Blackadder, maybe. Well, there's your suit facts. Thank you very much for tuning in. I actually have more music, thankfully. And then after that, we'll go covering all the events, the great events that are happening in the Wairarapa. That I did a little bit of a... I spoke to them a little bit, but we'll really get in properly after that. So, I picked up this vinyl. This is Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. He's in a suit. See that on the TV he's in a suit. So it's this. There you go. That's the theme. You're welcome. So What is the first track on this fantastic album? The kind of album you can just chuck on. It's so good you forget that it's on. You ever found that with your favourite music? And this is the start of it. Here we go with So What? Miles Davis. And that's going to etch its way into Private Investigations. Because that, that's got something to do with suits, I'm sure. Cheers.
my investigation. It's not a public inquiry. I go checking out the reports, digging up the dirt. You get to meet all sorts in this line of work. Treachery and treason, there's always an excuse for it. And when I find the reason, I still can't get used to it. And what have you got? At the end of the day, what do you got? The takeaway, a bottle of whiskey and a new set of lies, blinds on the window and a pain behind the eyes. Scarred for life, no compensation. Private investigations.
Private Investigations, Dire Straits. It's a number, that one. It's an event. It is a happening. And before that was a bit of Miles Davis with So What? Which is a very good question, actually. I subscribe to that. Vibrations. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, yes, it's Waibrations, 92.7 Arrow FM. Thank you very much. It's only a shorter episode today. We talked about suit facts earlier, about old George Beau Brummel, and he brung it in with the help of King George IV of England in the 1700s. And a history lesson too. How good is that? So not only did we learn that, we also learned that the English word meaning of suit originally came from the French word suite, meaning to follow. So here's me going, it's probably pronounced, it's S-U-I-T-E. I went with either it's pronounced suit or suite. Turns out I was completely wrong on all fronts, and it's suite, which makes perfect sense now that, not that I've ever been able to afford a suite, but I am aware of their existence. So that all checks out. Thank you very much, Stephen Parkinson, for making me aware of that. Right, so, things to do. It's Friday. Lots to do in the Wairarapa. We have Truck Stop Greytown. That is happening in Greytown, funny enough, and that is this Friday starting from 4 to 8. And while you're out there, just a little drive to Martinborough, we've got Māori Market with live music and all sorts. I've been lucky enough to play there a couple times now. It's an absolute vibe. Local produce, even more food trucks, and obviously Martinborough Brewery has fantastic beer, and they'll look after you. It's a great event, and it's a nice day today. Nice day today? Today? Sure is. Beach party with Kenny Mill at Club Wairarapa. That is Friday. That is tonight. So, you can make a little round. You can go to Greytown for some food. Have a couple beersies at the old Māori Market. Buy yourself a nice thing. And then come back to Club Wairarapa because we got Kenny Mill in beach party. Fantastic. We then have tomorrow night, the next big thing, with Jeff and the Angry Stick, Electric Tapestry, and English Locus. So, how good? We, as in the Dead Zephyrs, were very lucky to play with Jeff and the Angry Stick. We both made it to the finals, which was fantastic to showcase the Wairarapa, and now we're bringing it back. And speaking of bringing it back, next week if you're around, Dead Zephyrs also have a gig, and that will be at Master Bowl, and that will also be with Rampage and Captivated, who are two awesome up-and-coming bands that we're so happy to share the stage with. And then Cheers to 10 Years is happening at Old Bakehouse. I've been going to the Old Bakehouse for, I would say, the majority of those 10 years, and always the best service, always the best food, and they're cheersing to it. So they should. So that's also on as well. And funny enough, that will be at the Old Bakehouse during the day on, this is next week now, and there's even Taniwha's Den. That's... That's if you want to go to that, you probably already know all about it. So I won't have to go into detail too much. And we've got Cruise Martinborough as well. So that needs to be done. Even if you're just around driving the place, you get to see these Mustangs driving around. It's just a great weekend here in the Wairarapa. So heaps to do. Fantastic news. And I'm going to leave it at that, to be honest. What have we got? We've got one more song. I actually haven't timed it. I'm going to type Suit into Spotify and see what comes up. It might be the theme for this Suit. Yeah, I saw it. I actually haven't watched Suits. I've heard good things. This is the theme for the Suit. And then we'll end it there. Chaos. Thank you for... listening and or watching Waibrations this fine Friday morning. I'll see you out at some of the events over the weekend, and you have a good one. Here's the Suit soundtrack.
See the money won't stay for you, me.